Hello, this is Alan Wheeler with a quick video for my fully online students in order to review the topics and requirements for Essay 3. And there's a printable document on the Blackboard course site, as well as a page you can just click on to quickly view these topic choices and requirements. But let me highlight a few things that students sometimes neglect to their detriment. First of all, um, note the word requirement and the source requirement for this essay. 650 to 850 words. So it's going to be okay to go a little bit over. Better that than to go under the word requirement. However, once you're going over 1,000 words, you're really writing a different assignment, and that's also harmful to start writing too much. So try your best to hit it within that target so you're doing the same assignment as everyone else. Also notice that this 650 to 850 word response is on how at least two authors in our textbook use Aristotle's rhetorical appeals. So I've got my on my face-to-face classes chanting, Essay 3 is different, Essay 3 is different. So in this case, the articles are your development. You'll be analyzing by using concrete details and specific examples out of the articles. This is different from other essays when you do not want to use too much source material. So be aware of the difference here. Now, you can see clearly that every topic choice, there's 4 choices here. Every one begins the same. Discuss how authors use Aristotle's 3 appeals to show something about digital technology or the new media. This means that every topic choice, you have to hit 2 bells, basically. Ding, you have to be analyzing how they use the 3 appeals in the article. And dong, something they're saying, some argument they're making about digital technology or the new media. So you have to make sure probably your thesis sentence needs to address both of these. Authors show how digital technology can be problematic or dangerous in the case of choice 1. There's the negative issues there. By using Aristotle's appeals to ethos, pathos, and logos, for example. So that thesis statement would want to address both of those, both the argument and how you're analyzing it, digital technology and the 3 appeals. In the case of number 1, the focus is on the problems, dangers, or the negative issues regarding the new media or digital technology. Number 2, how digital technology can be beneficial to individuals and society. Again, how do the authors in these articles use the 3 appeals to do so? Number 3, discuss how authors use Aristotle's 3 appeals to show how digital technology has brought about changes for individuals and society. And number 4, discuss how authors use Aristotle's 3 appeals to show how the new media reveals transformation of individuals and society. Um, in the case, the difference between number 3 and number 4 um, is cause and effect, really. Uh, some articles discuss how digital technology itself has brought about changes, and one more shows how the new media reveals or gives signs of those changes, a subtle difference there. But the reason for these variety of choices is so that you can you can write on the articles that you're interested in analyzing for this essay. Hint, the easiest way to approach this essay is to have 3 body paragraphs with each one about a different strategy. In other words, one about the ethical appeal, one about the emotional appeal, and one about the logical appeal. In this case, you could bring your examples in from the 2 or 3 articles that you've chosen. You could just bring your best examples in for each one. And that's a good organizational strategy. If you did not want to do that, you could perhaps do one paragraph on each on a different article, and within each article discuss how the authors use all 3 appeals. That would be another way to go there. If you do discuss how an author fails to use one of those strategies, so notice here that often we write about how authors are effective in their use, in their appeal to ethos, or their appeal to emotions, or their appeal to logos. But you can also discuss if you feel they're misused. For example, if you find a logical fallacy in an article, or there's not enough evidence, or you don't feel the author is credible and lacks ethos, lacks the ethical appeal. You are free to discuss that. If you do, you'll see in the hint on the topic sheet, you could possibly explain how an author could do a better job of using that strategy. Examples of what the author could have included but did not. Warning, with this topic, you need to be analyzing the writing strategies employed by the writers. Hence this video, hence the warnings and the announcements, and here on the topic and requirement sheet. If you just write the normal essay of argumentation, making your own argument about the new media, you are off topic. That's why my face-to-face classes are chanting, Essay 3 is different. Essay 3 is different. So be sure that you are doing what we call a rhetorical analysis, analyzing the articles, how the authors are making their arguments. Now, you can see the usual requirement list at the bottom of the topic sheet. And this is very similar to the grading rubric I use. So there's 10 criteria here, and for example, format is 10% if you're using the proper font, Times New Roman, the MLA format for the headers. The thesis itself is 10%, so make sure that thesis is one sentence at the end of the introduction, and that it does address the topic prompt completely. Coherence and unity are 10%, so make sure there's transition into your new paragraphs, that the paragraphs link back to your thesis statement clearly. Your organization, which I've given you a hint about above, is the overall structure of the essay. You also want a good organization within your paragraph, moving from example to example, and so on. Your analysis is taking a stand and showing how these authors, whether effectively or ineffectively, use the appeals. Your development, again, is going to come from the articles in this case. So you're going to want to do correct page citations um, in text with your signal phrases, giving the author's last name in the MLA style. And then style, major sentence errors, and minor sentence errors show that language issues are worth about 30% of the grade, so be sure to run your spell check to review your paper for style and grammar errors. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps you do a great job on Essay 3. Take care.